Spectre Studios, playing for the spirit of the game.
Okay, so welcome back. My name's Mark. This is Carl with Spectre Studios. We've got some good old Wolsung action going on between the Triad that I'm running and
I've got the Astronaut Club.
And so our current scenario is called Assassin Light. And apparently the light part of it is we openly nominate one of our heroes to be the target and tell the opponent. In my case, it will be Phoenix. Phoenix will be worth 2 objective points, and Xin Yao, the sorcerer, will be worth 1 objective point. And you've chosen who?
I chose Armstrong. Archibald Armstrong, the guy with the big mechanical golemic arm, as my primary character. My secondary character is going to be Sir Henry Buckle Punch, and so he'll be worth 1, Armstrong will be 2.
And this is pretty much as straightforward as it gets, where we've got 3 turns, and whoever has the most objective points for heroes killed will win the game. So let's see what we can get up to and get this game underway.
All right. I need a couple.
So you get a good plan?
Yes, very good plan. It's quite cunning.
Go that way really fast?
Yep.
Something gets in your way? Kill it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what I was doing too. So we came forward. Phoenix ran into the center of the table into an alleyway where he was pretty much covered from most surprise gunfire. And Archibald, my target, has gone around to the side. So the 2 primary targets are pretty far apart. Phoenix also being my primary beat stick for the guys that I have for the Triad. I have to figure out some sort of way to be able to get to Archibald in this turn and the next if I want to get any kind of victory points out of this. But there is, they are cunning and inscrutable orcs from the Orient, so I think they have a plan for how they're going to try and get this done.
Yep. And my guys are being really straightforward. They're moving forward, but to find out where the distant relative shows up, and we'll see how that influences the game.
Can't wait to find out. Okay, so it's the end of turn 2, and we're no longer in a Hobbit film because we're not walking anymore. Stuff is happening. Xin Jidao was able to cast Mystification on both Phoenix and Shadow. My traitor was caught by the butler, so they knew that he was an enemy and actually took a pretty heavy shot.
Yep.
But he was able to limp away, pop mist right in front of Archibald, and Archibald did what?
He hid in the alley.
Yeah, hid in the alley like a scalded dog.
Come back in the alley.
Yeah, he was whistling, "Get this mist off me."
Yeah.
So then Phoenix comes out of the mist, runs around, shoots him with a fireball for
5 points.
5 points?
Yeah, pretty good hit.
and then charges into combat and shoots another fireball, which whiffs.
Yep.
Then the battle is truly joined. So, just like any good kung fu, wire fu movie,
Oh, yeah.
Phoenix is going in with a sword, back and forth, turns out to be a tie.
Yep. So I play a card.
So now he's up one, and
Yep.
it looks like Archibald is going to get the drop on Phoenix and it'll go bad. So I play a card to make it even.
So at that point, then I play a second card to get Archibald back in the lead.
Now my last card in my hand, which was meant for damage, goes down to tie it up again so that I can still get the damage in. And
I play my third and last card, which was the only club I had in the hand, which means later on when Buckle Punch activated, he wasn't able to use the fire spell pony. So ended up with Archibald winning that against Phoenix. Pretty good hit on him.
yeah, it was a 7-point hit on a 9-point guy. So, you know, it could have gone. That was a very close combat, and these are the two primary guys for objective points.
Yep. So we are two guys that are the objectives of the game are actually duking it out with each other. And actually our two secondary guys are actually right next to each other, because after Archibald was charged by Phoenix, Buckle Punch went ahead and shot Shadow with the punchline fist. Problem was, though, he missed, which means he was pulled into face-to-face with Shadow off of the roof, and they were both toppled.
But with Buckle Punch down on the ground and unable to do anything, Shadow was actually had his plans dented pretty severely, because he would have been able to go through the mist, run around the shack, and engage in the combat, so it would be 2-on-1 with Archibald. But being toppled means that he lost one of his actions to standing up. So he's able to jump through the mist, avoid Buckle Punch, but he's not in the combat yet. So I'm going to have to win the initiative when we get going.
Yep. So this is going to be a real interesting turn to see how things go.
Right, well,
Yep.
let's get to it.
The initiative is going to be a big one.
Yeah. Okay, so end of turn 3, and you've seen enough of my plans to know how they end up, and this one was no different, really. The last combat between Phoenix and Archibald was, in fact, the last combat.
Yep.
Once again, right at the beginning of the turn, I played a card to try and steal initiative. Did not get it because Carl had an ace.
Yep.
After that, we went into another really big Hollywood-worthy close combat that involved emptying both of our hands completely, and Phoenix died. So then we spent the last bits, the rest of the third turn, with no cards at all, and worked our way down through. Actually, that's not true. Not entirely no cards at all,
No,
because
we had some red
Zenjidao
cards.
was able to shoot Buckle Punch in the side of the head with a resounding stay down,
Yep.
which of course he got up anyway. And
Shooting Archibald, Buckle Punch in the head really doesn't do much.
yeah, so he stood up, missed me, and fell down again. That's really what shooting him in the head does.
Yeah.
But that was pretty much done for that activation in that half of the table. And then Shadow, who wasn't able to get into the main fight, was able to take a couple of shots at Archibald and did some more damage, but not nearly enough to
Not yet.
the tank that moves.
Getting there though. Another couple of good shots.
Yeah, another couple of good turns, but you would have been in my face punching me with an arm that's bigger than my body.
If I don't get an ace this turn and you manage to have initiative,
Yeah.
then you're going to be able to put a couple more shots into him and
If you don't get an
might
ace,
be able to pull it off.
if you don't get an ace in the hypothetical fourth turn, it would be the first turn that you didn't get an ace.
Yeah, so far.
So that's what it comes down to. We went through the distant relative was about as relevant as they usually are.
Hey, he's wandering around having a cigar, waving a rifle around. Yeah, Americans have to learn how to do that somewheres, right?
Well, it's, a good role model there.
Yeah.
The trader was completely unarmed and unskilled aside from being able to pop mist markers for me. So the butler shot him in the back
Oh, of course.
and took him down. So
Very
that
well,
was into that. So we came down to 2-0 in Ashen Oak's favor.
so far.
Phoenix down and Archibald still up. And that's pretty much where we're at. And we're running through pretty rusty on the game, so I'm sure that there's plenty of places that we could have done better. If you've got better strategies for how to make my plans actually work, let us know down below in the comments. Come and check us out on spectrestudios.us over at our forums, where you can find our Wolsung forum in our MicroArt Studios folder. And also check us out on our Patreon page at patreon.com/BenitoSinense. Other than that, you ready for another rematch?
Sure.
All right, well, we'll get to that one in the next video, and come by and check us out. Thanks again.
Spectre Studios, playing for the spirit of the game.